Well, while everyone calms down, we shall introduce our next guest. She made her debut on the music scene. Little did she know she'd be compared to every female singer from Joni Mitchell to Anita Baker. 4 years on, she's established herself as one of this country's most successful singer-songwriters and is equally as popular in America and in Japan. Before we say hello again this morning to Julia Fordham, let's take a look at her new single, I Thought It Was You.
Don't say your world lights up when I smile, 'cause you know it's too late for talk like that. As this love fades, we both know that I have been betrayed. I'm not looking for the answer. Oh no, no. I'm just looking for a little love. We're all looking for someone. For a minute, a minute, a minute, a minute. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. I thought that it was you. I thought it was you. Don't say that you'll be there when I need you, 'cause where are you when I need you now?
Julia, good morning to you.
Hi.
That looked great. That dancer
I was
hit
just
that with a thumb.
marvelling
didn't
again
she?
about this wonderful dancer, Wendy Houston from DVA Physical Theatre. It's a really exciting dance company. It's all about like not turning out but turning in and being strong. And that shot you just saw when she ran up to the red block there, she did that in one take, hit the thing, crashed down on the concrete, got up and walked away.
How did they manage that? I mean, she wasn't injured in any way at all?
That's the wonderful thing about dancers, actually. I always think they get a much more raw deal than singers because they're so disciplined. I mean, they have to get up every day, put in the hours, and yet they never really stand to make the money that singers do. There's no comeback, you know, they don't, you know, they're not writing anything to earn money. So I sort of think, I'm so glad I'm a singer.
I'm not glad.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? But I know, but there's so, if you look at the dance world, it's a very small percentage of like really famous ballerinas or from the contemporary dance world in particular.
And the rest of them, they work so hard. But you're right, for so little reward, really.
Yeah, I'm so glad I failed my elementary ballet. And I had to go, I must write songs. Yeah.
That's right. And doing very well too. And when is it you start touring? Are you in the middle of it now?
I've just done the touring,
Is it all finished?
Yeah. I did a few dates in Britain, finished with the Albert Hall, which is quite exciting for me. And also Japan, I did about 3 weeks there.
You are huge, as they say, in Japan. What do you think it is about you and your music that the Japanese go for so much?
I had it all wrong, actually. And this time when I was there, I asked the managing director of the record company, and he said, I think it because Japanese people don't understand rhythm. I'm so glad I said, thank you. Right, okay, I'm so glad I asked that question. But then he did add it up with, but they love beautiful melody.
Beautiful melody.
That must be what it was. He must have seen my face sort of went like this. So apparently that's the key.
Absolutely. Every intelligent female singer-songwriter always gets compared with Joni Mitchell. Do you get fed up with that? It's inevitable, isn't it? It doesn't matter who it is or what particular style you're in. You could be miles away from what she does, but there's always this thing.
I think the Joni Mitchell thing has been done to death for every female singer. But one thing to be said about Joni Mitchell is that she is a genius. I mean, this woman's been doing this for 20 years, and she's still wonderful. Her last album is one of my favourites in the last couple of years. She's a wonderful singer, she's a painter, she's a brilliant artist. So if you're going to be compared to anyone, I think I'd rather be compared to someone as exceptional as that. Yeah. So I think, you know, it's good company to keep.
You were a backing singer for a while. I would always imagine that's something like being an extra in a film. Great fun because you don't have really as many pressure on you. You don't have that pressure that you would have if you're up front.
Absolutely, and I loved every minute of that backing singing time, which was in fact 10 years ago. I'm about to have my 10-year anniversary with Mary Wilson. I reminded her the other day. But I really did cherish that time because, again, you're going to countries you've never seen before. getting a chance to go and visit them rather than like Mary being up doing the interviews all day. Now that's all changed, you know. For me, I'm the one who's like sitting in Tokyo thinking, oh, I wonder what that temple looks like, and the band come back and tell me.
That must be really strange. I mean, it is always the same though for people like yourself. You go on these tours, you see that people love you, the fans love you in Japan and America and stuff, but you don't actually get to see anything of the country.
Well, I really make time. In fact, I really sort of, you know, had a meeting with myself and said no more, because otherwise you feel like you're constantly giving, you're always like rushing, and it's all so stressful. And what's the point, you know, for what? You know, I think that you get so much from, especially being fortunate like I am, that I'm allowed to write my own songs and do them how I want to, that I think, you know, just because I've got that, I shouldn't stop there, and I try to take a bit more. So this time in Japan, I took time out to kind of, you know, travel a bit more. Yeah,
I'd love to go to Japan. It was fascinating. Did you find it? How did you find it? Did you enjoy it?
Well, this time I really enjoyed it because I took my dad with me. My dad came on a jolly.
Good for him. Good for you.
He was a complete punter.
Did you not even was he not given a title to make him sound like he
was a tour dad. He just sort of went around shaking everyone's hand, taking pictures of everything, eating noodles everywhere, chatting up the locals. I mean, he was just unstoppable.
Oh, that's great. That's really, really good that you can do that.
Exactly. Well, it made me, you know, think I've got to let Dad have a good time. So I was sort of up early because Dad was keen. I said, Dad, this is rock and roll. They sleep in till late. Dad'd be phoning up the band. Hello, anyone for breakfast? It's 7 o'clock. You know? No, Dad, no.
No. To your dad, that's brilliant.
That would make a great little half-hour programme. You should have given him a camera.
Oh, he should. I tell you.
That would be funny.
I think he'd have had his own show. They'd seen.
If you come in again, bring Dad in. Yeah?
I will.
We'll have a chat with Dad.